Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. So today we're doing something that's really exciting. So way back in 2016, I made a survey and I called it the Shalom Aleichem 2016 survey, or the 2016 Shalom Aleichem survey, something like that. And I told everyone to go and give me feedback about how my channel has been going and what you wanted to see more of, what you liked, what's the best kind of thumbnail for me to do, like where am I succeeding, where am I failing, how can I do better. I really wanted that feedback from you guys because I'm super duper indecisive and I really needed the help, and I really wanted to have an informed decision because honestly I was just winging it. I still am just winging it. We're all just winging it. But YouTube especially is kind of a learning curve. You don't really know what you're doing until you get it right. That kind of thing. So I told you guys that I was gonna close the survey in 4 months, and I said that to kind of get like the scarcity principle in there, you know what I mean? I try to get you guys to respond as soon as possible so I could later review it for you and look at it, like make it a fast process. Instead, I left it open for like 3 years. I'm pretty sure I just closed it last year. Maybe it was 2018, like at best. But so it kind of got away from me, but regardless, I was blown away by the amount of responses that I've gotten. I got over 100 responses. Looks like it's gonna be really helpful, so I'm so psyched to look at it again, and hopefully like maybe some of you guys, I know some of you guys have done this. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to look at, review, let's talk about it. And I wanted you guys to have some closure on that. I'm sure you've totally moved on with your lives, but I haven't. I wanted to acknowledge that I really appreciate that you guys did this for me because it is gonna be super helpful. And the biggest thing is that I want to change my channel name. So that's gonna be the biggest the biggest outcome of today's video. I'm gonna be announcing our new channel name. We're gonna be rebranding a little bit. So let's take a look and see what you guys thought. And because of the nature of this video, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different, and we're gonna be screen capping and having a webcam. Hello, we have 2 angles here. It's very professional, very fun. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, let's take a look and see what you guys thought in 2016 and then apply it in 2020. Oh, we're recording. Me just stroking my invisible beard. Okay, I don't know how this is gonna go yet. I've never done something like this before, so I hope this looks okay. And works, or else you'll be sad. Alright, so I thought that first we would go on a trip down the memory lane of sorts and look at what these questions looked like. First, what kinds of videos would you like to see more of? If you want more informational OCD videos, what should they be about? Talking about BFRBs and neurological stuff. And then which of these thumbnails look the most aesthetically pleasing to you? This was very important to me because I had no idea what I was doing with thumbnails. And I really wanted to get like a cohesive style because that works the best, or so I've been told. Great. Oh, the videos. Oh, that makes me nostalgic. Anyway, and we got my hijab on, my head covering, looking good. So channel name change, that's the biggest thing. Cat's gone mental. Did I put that there? I did not put that there. Did I do that? That's funny. So let's look at these responses. I have 102 of them. What types of videos would you like to see more of on Shalom Aleichem? First of all, we have, what's the highest one? My experiences with mental illness with 75 votes. So I always had a complex of like, should I talk about myself more or other things? And like, I always thought like if I was just talking about myself, like in a recovery vlog, you guys would be bored. But then I've heard from a lot of people that it's actually not boring. It's like their favorite thing. Which is really sweet. I'm flattered. It's good for me to know. True, I agree with you. I need to do more of those. Recovery vlogs are number 3. Number 3 most wanted. Neurological health is the lowest. Rude. Okay. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's not rude. It's not rude. Eating disorders, we have a little bit. Self-harm, depression, social anxiety. Those are all kind of mid-range here. And then we have the ones that you guys submitted. Cool. Self-care, that's a good one. I have a few ideas for that. I'm gonna write that down. I'd love to do more about self-care. Then OCD and menstrual cycles. Yes, that is such a big deal. As someone who's undiagnosed at the... how do I expand this, y'all? So I also put it on an Excel document, well, a Google Excel document, whatever it's called, Google Sheets. As someone who's undiagnosed at the time with OCD, it was so relieving to hear your story about OCD and the different symptoms you have. It made me start to realize that I wasn't crazy, but instead was just suffering from mental illness. If you could cover just your day-to-day life living with OCD in your videos and how you cope with it, etc. That's a very good suggestion, and I'm so happy to hear that. Anonymous submitter of a response. That's really, yeah, that's why I do this. So I'm so glad to hear that I was able to help. With my silly videos where I just talk about things. Thank you. Mental health book reviews. Got a little bit of those. Question and answers. Got 44, but last time I did a question and answer video, no one sent in questions, so I don't know about that 44. I'm kidding. I'm not mad. I told myself I wanted to keep this short and just say the most, like, best things, but clearly I don't know what the best things are because I'm going through everything, and this is going to be a pain to sort through and figure out what is good enough to keep and what is not. Anyway, you want more informational videos? What do you want them to be about? This to me is like a very obvious question. You want to know about the lesser known types of OCD, which is great. And then some people said the more common types too. I would love to cover both. As much as I'm really passionate about raising awareness of the lesser known types, the more common types aren't really understood either. And I would like to have a accurate representation of them. If you want more videos on BFRBs, let me know. So we have schizophrenia, MS, oh good, Tourette's, trichotillomania. I have one video on Tourette's at least. Everything you know, Kat. I want to know all of it. Autism, very good. Dermatillomania, yes. I think you guys just want to hear about OCD. I'm okay with that. But I just want to talk about OCD, so did you know I have a blog where I write instead of film? This was a good 50-50 response, and I'm happy about that. I think that is excellent. I was worried it would be like a sliver knew about it. So 50-50, excellent. That's really funny to see though. And I'm glad that I know. Yes, I have a blog. It's called doanexposure.wordpress.com. I haven't written on it in a little bit, but I'll probably get back to it. I just haven't, been doing much in terms of content creating. Which of these thumbnails look the most aesthetically pleasing to you? This is very important. This was like the most important one because I really wanted to have a cohesive thumbnail pattern so you guys knew as soon as you saw it, you'd be like, oh, that's Kat's video. Really like sink it into your brain and give you like this subliminal messaging of click on this video. I really wanted to just hack your brain, you know what I mean? Psychology hacks be like, alright, so let's start from the lowest one. So the least liked one is C with 8%. And I agree. I do not like that one. I think it looks too busy. And then the top two are F and D, with the toppest one being F. So D, yes, it is a good one, but I feel like it's really dated. Like that's how people used to make thumbnails. Well, like not so much anymore, but maybe they do. And then F. Yeah, F is really good, but difficult. I'm gonna take this feedback to heart and try to do more of this. So next, we have the channel name change. Let's see. Cat's Wild Mind. I kind of like that. It's like edgy to me. We had Wild Minds in general. 30. Better. Uncertainty. We got a pun in there. I love me a pun. I kind of love that still. What's that? Oh, Psych Nerd. That's number 2. Dope. And Do an Exposure. At the time, but this has 45 votes. At the time, I really liked it. Now I kind of like don't know. I want to keep my blog doing exposure, but I don't know if I want that to be my brand. You know what I mean? And then there's Purely Cat with the most votes. And I remember this was significant because, and for like 3 reasons. First, my name means pure. It's Caitlin, derived from Catherine, which means pure. Then I have Puro OCD. What a coincidence! So, these are the ones I had, and then I had an other box. So what else did you guys tell me? That's mental health. It is simple and to the point. Simple and to the point. You're right. And you know what? That's what I should have gone for to begin with. For a while, I doubled down on Shalom Aleichem as my channel name. It was meaningful to me when I first picked it out, and that's what I wanted. I wanted something that was meaningful. And if you don't know, Shalom Aleichem means peace be upon you. So since I'm talking about anxiety, I figured like, oh, that's relevant. It turns out when you have an English-speaking channel, it's hard to get people to find your channel when they are English speaking and you have a Hebrew username and they don't know how to spell it. There are issues that come up with that. So yeah, it's Hebrew. I'm not. So I think I should change it to something more relevant and easier to search, easier to spell. Yeah, I was really convinced at this time that I wanted to change it, so I'm even more convinced now I do want to change it. Wild Thoughts, I like that. Cat Uncaged, The Cat Way. Honestly, genius. I don't know why I didn't suggest that, because everything I have is called The Cat Way. Yeah, genius. You win everything. Cat Cares Mental Health Channel. Oh, that's sweet. Cat Nicole, genius. Yeah, honestly, I was thinking the same thing you were. Whoever said that I should do Cat Nicole. Go with what you like. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for your feedback. This is so good to see, and you had a lot of good suggestions. But I kind of have made up my mind. I know what I want to do for it, and basically, to the person who wanted me to do Cat Nicole, you got it. I think I'm gonna change it to my name, because I think, first of all, a lot of people do that nowadays, and it's just so easy to find. My YouTube is now like really important, something that I'm proud of, and I want people to be able to find it when they search my name. So I was thinking I would change it. I would kind of tell you guys my last name now, so I'll probably use my last name. Yeah, so I'm gonna be rebranding stuff, so if you see someone show up on your subscription feed that looks like me but doesn't have the same name, it's me. Don't be alarmed. So I think I'm just gonna rebrand as Cat Hashway, because this is going to be my main YouTube channel. Has been for a while now, and I'm really proud of it. Yeah, although I really like Cat Cares. Like, that's pretty good. Change your name to PewDiePie. You will get lots of subs. Crazy Cat. I'm not opposed to Crazy Cat. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. Shalom Aleichem is hard to spell. Change is good sometimes. It says food, but I think you meant good. Change is food and good, you know? Food is good. But we are not done yet, because there's more feedback I'm excited to see. What qualities do you enjoy the most about my videos? Advice about dealing with OCD, honesty, and openness. Not a long-time viewer, I only just watch your videos, but I always encourage hearing other people's stories. I have struggled with what I call obsessive thinking since my teens. Though the last few years have been much better, and I am a believer in Christ. Finding people like you has been a revelation, because I thought I was the only one, or one of very, very few, who dealt with this stuff. I love how open-minded you are, how accepting you are, and I love that when you explain things, you put it in simple terms without talking down to your viewers. Thank you. Well, I mean, I am one of you. I have OCD. I get it. I've been there. I've had doctors talk to me and say things that I just don't understand. It took me forever to get it to click. So I want to tell you guys the things that helped it click for me, and try to help it click for you. Maybe a little faster than it did for me, or just at all, because like sometimes it's really confusing and scary, and especially like doing exposure therapy. It's scary. Carrying on your personality and the structure. You speak openly and honestly in a serious yet light and comfortable way. Your bubbly personality and generally optimistic tone when it comes to speaking about struggles and treatment. Oh, see, that's something that's very important to me too. Talking about treatment in a lighthearted way. When I first really learned about OCD treatment, like I had known a little bit about it before I went to my intensive OCD program, but once I got there, it was very lighthearted. It wasn't a torture chamber as some people seem to think it would be. It wasn't that scary. We were all just fighting OCD together. That's something that I really want to get across, because I know that not everyone has the opportunity to be in a place like that, to be in a room full of other people who want to get better, and of doctors who are supportive and are willing to go the whole 9 yards with you. Good OCD therapists will say things like, in my opinion, they'll say things like, I wouldn't tell you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. They would do it with you. And that's kind of how it was for me, and I wanted people to know that, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who are scared of doing exposure therapy, who look at it in a very negative light. But I wanted to show a different perspective. The one that I had. Tangents. Learning about someone else who has OCD. You're so positive about life after recovery. Being honest and talking about OCD. It's very helpful. In all caps. Well, I like the informational videos. My favorite videos are the ones where you share your personal experiences. I think mental health YouTubers are most likely to help people feel less alone and to reduce stigma when they are just open and honest about their own lives as people with weird brains. That's touching to me. I love that feedback. You're just such a breath of fresh air. I feel understood and encouraged by you and your beautiful smile. Helps me believe that we can conquer it. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. That was really good. And then, what do you not like about my videos? Oh no, I forgot I did this. Whew, scary. Alright. I wish they came out more frequently, but I understand that you, have a life. Yeah, it's true. I prefer non-scripted. Okay, this video is non-scripted. I hope you like it. Yeah, non-scripted is hard for me because I feel like I just go off on tangents, but when I do a scripted video, sometimes it gets too robotic. And I also get really perfectionistic about it. And when I'm non-scripted, I don't do that. I do talk fast, though. It'd be nice to see other parts of your life. That's interesting. I might have to do that, especially if I'm gonna be changing the name of my channel to just my name. Sorry, I can't think of anything. I'm so glad about that. When you describe other illnesses and read the definition directly instead of describing it so we can understand it. That's really good advice, and I know, like, I've learned in college that you never want to do a direct source, basically. Not a direct source. You never want to do a direct quote. So that was laziness on my part, and I apologize. Sometimes the video quality isn't the best. That's so true. I am still working on that, but I recently... This thing just turned off. What in the world? The battery died already. Okay, thanks a lot. So choppy with the short clips of you talking. Less choppy. Could be a little too long. True. You feel like they have to be all professional when good content stands above looking good. Looks are where the pressure and time come in. Don't like when you discuss other topics besides OCD. I've gathered that you guys like when I talk about OCD. You have a tendency to talk really fast. I understand completely. In your hospital experience video, you seemed a little judgmental towards people with externalizing difficulties. That's interesting. I barely remember. I don't remember that video. I do remember, I know the video that you're talking about, but I don't remember what I said, so I'll have to look into that. I definitely changed a lot over the years, and I might, like, things I would say about my hospital experience now might be different than what they were. Post more often and do live streams. I know streaming is so popular now. I could do some live streams. Yo, get yourself a good microphone, girl. I've only seen around 2, but they seem to be pretty long. More videos on other topics. That's good advice. It goes against other advice I've gotten, but I wish you would put out more videos. Such a cheesy answer, but thank you guys. It's very flattering. Now let me look at the next one. Do you have any suggestions on what I can do to improve my channel? Improve the design of your thumbnails. I'm so glad I asked about it. If there was a way to ask questions anonymously, not on YouTube or Twitter, I'd feel more comfortable contacting you. Q&A videos would be far more relevant to me then. That's really good feedback. Thank you so much. I know I used to use Snapchat, but I guess that's not very anonymous. Never mind. I'll look into that. Advertise yourself more. Oh boy, okay. That's a lot of pressure. How? Create a group chat. Maybe do weekly Q&As, even if they don't relate to mental health. They seem fun, easier to make, and still enjoyable. Actually, that's kind of a good idea. It'd be an easy way to do weekly videos too. But of course, that depends on if you guys are giving me questions, so ask me questions. And maybe I'll do some more Q&As. Less choppy. You're right, my friend. Kind of lazy of me to do choppy editing. Now, do you have any other suggestions for video topics? Panic attacks. How to find a good CBT therapist and how to tell if they can treat OCD or not. Even if they tell you that they do, I suspect this is a common problem. Oh, it totally is. And I have totally had an idea in my head about doing a video for this because it's so important. And I know I say it all the time, find a good therapist, but I haven't really told you how yet. So I would like to do that. Live exposures or therapy debriefings. I'd be interested in another video about fears related to being a new adult, like turning 20 video. That one really spoke to me. Maybe videos about being open and honest and unapologetic about having a weird brain despite the constant presence of stigma. Also be nice to see more poems. Thank you. I'm glad someone enjoys my poetry. Navigating social media with Puro. Collab with Katie Morton. I would love to collab with Katie Morton. Do any of you know Katie Morton? Can you get me in contact with Katie Morton? Because I would love to do that. That would be so cool. Katie Morton, I remember when she wasn't famous. I remember when she was way less YouTube famous than she is now. She was still like one of the highest subscribed people in our little mental health community, but now she's like one of the highest subscribed people. Everyone knows Katie Morton. She published a book. She's collabed with Shane Dawson, the like original YouTuber. So yeah, I would love to collab with Katie Morton. Give me her number. How to beat OCD when it tries to sabotage your recovery. Great thing. I think one time I told a friend of mine, addressing OCD when it tries to sabotage your recovery, and like when OCD starts affecting exposure therapy, that's like a higher level advanced OCD class. It's like OCD 502. You know, like if you were in college for treating OCD. We should talk about that more. I would love to do that. Maybe something about SSRIs. Oh, I would love to do that. I had an amazing idea. And I'm looking at my psychology textbook right now because that's where I first got the idea, way back in like 2014. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. I should just put on captions. I had an idea to talk about how SSRIs work and different antidepressants work and other psych meds. I love being an informed patient. I love informing and I love being informed, and that's why I love informing. So like talking about how medications work, I love that. What not to say to a person with OCD. Brilliant idea. A video on BPD. Yes, I would love to do a video on BPD. BPD. If you don't know, BPD stands for borderline personality disorder. It is highly stigmatized, and it really shouldn't be. Somehow in my life, I've come across a lot of people who have BPD, and I've become really great friends with people who have BPD, and I think that's something that stigma needs to be busted, like yesterday. A video on how you are so brave to share your story. Oh, honestly, it all started when I was a little kid, and I didn't care what people thought of me. It made me a very awkward, nerdy kid, but now I can talk about mental health and sex and taboo topics, and I don't even care. And that's why one reason why I was able to wear a headscarf. Like, people are looking at me. Okay, that's where they chose to put their eyes. Doesn't have anything to do with me. Maybe I could do a video about that. I think it's mostly my personality though, being impulsive, not having good forethought. No, actually I had some forethought, but I really wanted to help people. I wore a headscarf. I really didn't care what people thought of me. I wore a headscarf in America. There are some things that are more important to me than standing out or doing something that's taboo. More as you go about learning what having ADHD is like for you. It's interesting to see things about ADHD because I only uploaded a video about having ADHD in 2018. So I know that people were still putting in responses, which is so, like, makes me feel good. Exposures and exposure tips, it's totally coming. That is totally coming. Your experiences with different therapies. That's actually good. I know I talk about my experience in therapy a lot, but I never go into detail about it. So I'll do that. That's a good suggestion. Probably some people know what I mean because they've been through it themselves. Other people might not. I should go into more detail. I'd love to hear about eating disorders or how OCD affects eating. OCD and eating disorders are very comorbid, and they're actually super related in ways that you would not expect, or at least I didn't. So I'd love to talk about that. Hi, Kat. Morgan. Hi, Morgan. Talking about sexual obsessions, biopsychology. Whoever did this, how did you know that I love biopsychology? Like, I know I had some ideas for that. They involved glitter. So I could do that. Yeah, that's everything we have, I think. Hi guys, sorry for the mood lighting. So we're back at camera angle 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was I hope you guys liked it for the same reasons that I liked it. I like talking about like your feedback and hearing from you. So I'm glad that we got to review the survey results from 4 years ago. Try to make these changes to my channel and see what I can be doing better. Thank you for talking to me. I just really appreciate that you guys care enough to give me feedback. I'm sorry about the lighting. As I might have mentioned, my LED light died. So now we have mood lighting. So thank you guys for watching my video. And I will see you next time on Shalom Aleichem. I mean, on my channel, which is now self-titled. Bye! I wonder what my new catchphrase should be. I'm gonna have to think of a new one.